What is up? It's your boy the Canologist. We're doing another episode of Code Study Sesh and OSRS AFK training. Yeah, custom handlers. Let's check this out. An HTTP handler is just an interface. Serve HTTP. Any type with a serve HTTP method that matches the handler function above is an HTTP.handler. Take a second to think about it. It makes a lot of sense. To handle an incoming HTTP request, all a function needs is a way to write a response and the request itself. I agree. Okay, so for the assignment, let's carefully look at what we're trying to do here. So, add readiness to server. Readiness endpoints are commonly used by external systems to check that the server is there. The endpoint should be accessible, and the health's path using any HTTP method. The endpoint should simply return a 200 OK status code indicating that it has started up successfully and is listening for traffic. These are the headers. And the body will contain a message that simply says OK. The text associated with the 200 status code. Later, this endpoint can be enhanced to return a 503 service unavailable if the server is not ready. Add the readiness endpoint. Okay, so let's just follow the steps here and see what we can do. Oh, Fremenic Exiles too. I gotta get 60 smithing. 65 crafting isn't that bad. But I do need 69 agility. What do I have now? 68? Okay, that's not bad. $55 rune crafting wouldn't be bad either, because I could just do GOTR. Guardians of the Rift. And then I need one more smithing level. And Slayer shouldn't be that bad either. Secrets of the North. But I also need to do Devious Minds. So it's just in my best interest to just keep doing steel bars for the longest amount of time until I hit 65. Okay. Add the readiness endpoint. I recommend using the mux handle func to register your handler. Do I need a separate handler? No, a single mux handler is not typically sufficient for handling things. Okay. Oh shit, this thing like literally. Okay, so now you have the server get routes. This is where routing I think comes in. We use the same mux handler because it's a multiplexer, and then just feed it a new route. That kind of makes sense, honestly. That does make sense to me. That's why I'm trying to move through this course with like complete understanding of each piece, because servers are extremely important. If we can get this once, then all the other server side items become easier to understand and how to architect. Your handler could just be a function that matches the signature of handler function. Write the content type header, write the status, write the body of the text. I'm not even 100% sure how to do that, so let's figure it out. In worst case, I'll just use boots for guidance. Okay, so this is the current new serve mux. So then I can create a mux handler. Like this is already the main function, so I could just go function handler. Okay. This is kind of confusing. Matches the signature. Handler is a function that takes in the arguments thing. So your handler should do the following. Write the content type header. Write the status code. Okay, so this will be function handler. Okay, write and read. So write is send a response or a request. Response writer, HB request. response writer and request handle function. HTTP transport. Okay, this is the server. Handle. HTTP handle function. Okay. This is where that function signature is. And then it does things here. So we're gonna have to do stuff with that. Then handle function. It's pretty much HTTP new serve mux. Okay, so use the mux handler function. Dot handle func. Right now fs is the mux handler handle function. Right now this is intrinsically doing that. This is going mux handle this and then function, and this is the function HTTP file server, and then now we're going to swap it. So you register your handler. Well, technically I could just call this handler. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of lost with how to do this. Like here, I could just go HTTP handle and then just call it. It would just be called handler. It's pretty much an anonymous function that's running here, but it's like, it's got its own scope and everything. Handle function, HTTP handle function, HTTP handle. Handle registers, okay, func handle registers the handle given. Func handle func registers example. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. register a handle func. So this was the first one, mux handle fx. So I'll leave that as is. Then I want to register a handle function. This is where the docs kind of really help. I'm sure we're almost at 2k cannonballs. And then I just take this. I don't need to declare it outside. I could just keep it in the main function, which is what's happening here. I'm just registering it. Now it's here, it's just not used. And write the status code. Okay, so I would also have to make in my notes like a register handler after I understand how to do this. Write the content type header. Write content type header in handler. Okay, w header dot set. Okay, perfect. So this is the response writer. And here we go back. They really should explain this better. Like, what does this mean? So this will be W and R. And then we go content type application JSON char set UTF-8, and then I'm pretty sure this is what we want to do here. Yeah, the endpoint has a content type and then char set UTF-8. It's not going to be application JSON, it's going to be text plain. And you just put it in here, in the quotes. So that's the header. This isn't done yet. First I have to register the handler. Then I have to figure out how to use the server part too. We're getting close though, it's making sense. It's just that we have to chunk it piece by piece. The status code using W right header. So one is W and then W right header. What do we have here? Right header or right. Okay, w.right header, and then we just put the status. Okay, so this is just us creating the response writer W. And then it's going to be status code, what? 200 OK. Oh, and the body will contain a message that simply says OK. The endpoint should return a 200K status code. So let's X this, Control X, cut that. And then w.right for the body. So w.header. Write the body using w.right. W.right. So that's done. Write the body using text. W.header set. Okay, I did that. Oh, it's going to be a byte string. Write the response body as a byte slice. Okay, and then you just add OK. So what I'll do is create a byte slice. And then use the file server to use app instead of this. Okay, the file server path. Let's just check the time real quick. Okay, we're still kind of good on time. Handler. Oh, instead of mux handle, we'll use we're defining it after. Let's define it before. Strip prefix. Okay, so now we just go like this. We have the handler. Strip prefix. What is going on? Okay, so there's that. This mux handler app is the new thing. Strip the prefix. HPdir. Strip prefix apps, not just that. Handler request. Handler. How do I now use the handler? This still uses mux. And I have a registered handler. So I technically registered my handler, okay. Strip prefix, you also need to do this. Passing it to the file server you can handle. Strip prefix, run and submit the test. I don't know how to use the other one. Points to an absolute path. Okay, so your file server root, hpdir, points to an absolute path that doesn't exist in your project. You want to serve from the current directory. Okay, so that'll still be dot. Sure prefix you added registers app. Oh, relative to dot, but not app. So try this. Okay, handle functions. Okay, so this is the one. This is the handle func. Oh, okay, so it's doing it for an individual one. So mux handle func. That makes sense to me now. because now it's multiplexer. We're adding the routing. This is all correct. We just have to slightly modify it, so it's going to go health. This is that new endpoint. And then we turn this into a function. A closure of sorts. There we go. Yeah, function occurs within the other function. It's closure. That makes sense because now it's routing to the same thing. So technically I could just leave that here too. Or get rid of that. So this mux handle func will, this is a multiplexer, so it handles all the routing. So now we have app and then health. Fucking all, bro. Like right when I was about to change. It is pretty complicated, but this is the nature of the beast, so I gotta like just adapt to whatever is there. So this is the health. Let's label that. And this is file server at app. So we keep this file server directory, the root directory. Then we get the mux handle switches. This is all the same, and have it all correct here. Okay, so this is actually the exact same. It's all correct. And then all I have to do is just create a route. This is the multiplexer. So this handles the route for health. And I can delete this one because it's got the same directories. It's just the mux handler that changes. But I'll leave it in for now just so I can ask Boots the question. Keep the prefix exactly the same. Sure, HTML project is at the root. So that's good because the strip will then strip it. App. Yeah, it strips it and now you're just left with the root directory here. So that's fine. So let's try running it. Okay, so let's go to localhost 8080. Okay, so app is the new home. That makes sense. 200, welcome to Chirpy. App assets. Logo.png. Expecting to contain a body, href logo.png. Yes. And then expecting a status code 200 for healths. .404 page not found. It's a bit counterintuitive the way we do it, but I want to get it all in the one video. What are we at? 42? That's fine. Content type header plain text, byte okay, status okay. Okay, that's why. HTTP status okay. Let's swap that with the 200 status code I had. Content header set. Everything looks identical. I don't get why it's not working. Package main, file server, mux, listen and serve, strip prefix appfs, strip prefix appfs. Health is our HTTP response. This is our HTTP response request. Request response writer. W header plain text. Content type. Text plain UTF. You should see a listing. You should see OK with the content type. Oh, it's not supposed to be app.healths. It's supposed to be just healths. Okay, so it's working. Never mind, it's working. It is working. So then we will submit this. Cool. And then we will commit this code and end off. This is custom handler. That should be it. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment below. Kinologist out. Put your suggestions in the comments.